Good afternoon from Ankeny High School. It is a beautiful day for high school. Kicking off today, Ankeny High School as the host site of this game between the Pleasant Valley Spartans and the Ankeny Hawks. It's the season debut for both of these teams as we've had a couple of rainouts and we have gorgeous conditions, 60 degrees. Wind is out of the west-northwest at 13 to 19 miles an hour, so that's gusting left to right here at Ankeny High, and they're exchanging the lineup cards at home plate right now, and we'll meet the starters for both of these teams in just a little bit, as both of many times over the years, kind of an annual tradition that PV makes a trip over here to Ankeny, or Ankeny goes over to Bettendorf to play, and glad you're here with us today on the Ankeny Activities Network, also on CISN. Glad to have you here. Paul Yeager with you on this first game of the season. The field looks wonderful. It has had a lot of rain this week, almost 4 inches of extra water that didn't get watered, and Coach Joe Ballvance told me before the game, hey, I got one more thing. Got to get school done so then I can trim the grass around here and get things ready to go. Otherwise, we are in prime shape. Lineups, the national anthem, and then a very special first pitch, as with no stats to go on, really it's squads. You just kind of look at what you did in the past. A lot of starters, aim for them, and for these two teams who last met last year at almost this exact same time. Had to go inside because of a tornado. Had to go inside because of a tornado. So anything can happen. And it gets really cold sometimes in these two games. As Derek Steckline in his seventh season brings his Spartans into this ball game, and Joe Ballvance is in yet another year. He has been here since the split as the head Hawk. Pleasant Valley in their road gray uniforms with blue navy numbers and the Hawks today wearing their home whites with Hawks on the front, maroon numbers trimmed in red, and the maroon caps. They're all just kind of waiting for this first conversation to finish at home plate as they go over ground rules, and we're not quite to midseason form yet where we're informing everybody, but there's your final handshakes, and now we will meet the starting lineups for these two teams. Pleasant Valley and Ankeny.
Valley Spartans and your very own Ankeny Hawks. First, let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Spartans, led by head coach. Derek Stecklin. Batting in the number one spot, number 13, a senior, Ben Burkle. Batting second, the second baseman, a junior, Evan Barr. Batting second, the second baseman, a junior, Evan Barr. The catcher, a senior, number 8, Milo Kelly. On the bump for game 1, number 11, Lincoln Dalton. Number 7, the third baseman, Gavin Barber. Batting 6th, the right fielder, number 1, Finley Martinovich. The left fielder, number 5, Jackson O'Melia. Batting 8, number 4, a senior, Jack Ryder. And in the 9 slot, the first baseman, a senior, Dominic Hertz. Now, the starting lineup for your Ankeny Hawks. Batting leadoff, the second baseman, a junior, number 12, R.J. St. Romain. Batting second, the center fielder, a senior, Evan Erlmeyer. In the 3 slot, number 20, a senior, Kinnick Voss. Batting cleanup, the third for 3, Will Davies. The catcher, a senior, number 17, Brady Carter. The left fielder, a junior, number 10, Easton Lowe. The first baseman, number 6, a junior, Ryan Harrington. The designated hitter, number 16, Ace Parton. And in the 9th slot, the right fielder, number 7, Logan Wirtz. And pitching this afternoon, a sophomore, number 9, Hunter Minner.
We'll take a quick break. We'll have a special first pitch and the first pitch of the game when we come back. You're watching the Ankeny Activities Network, built by the Daniel Seifert Real Estate Team.
No matter how hard I try, I cannot come up with any place I'd rather call home. We raised our family here, so when it came time to downsize, I knew there was no place for me but Ankeny. From unique shops to incredible restaurants, there's always something new to explore, and it's all just a few minutes away. Building my home here with Caliber was one of the best decisions I've ever made. If you're thinking about making a move, let me help you find your perfect home. You'll fall in love with Ankeny just like I have. Let's talk soon.
Dear Cable Internet, I've met someone I can rely on, who moves my speed and is okay with how much I work. I'm sorry, but US Cellular Home Internet and I just have a stronger connection.
Get connected with US Cellular's home internet for just $39.99 when bundled with a wireless plan, plus a 3-year price lock guarantee. US Cellular, built for us.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them. It's like we got our own special club. Should we show them?
Get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. Us days at US Cellular.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Day.
Tom Day heads out to the mound for the inaugural pitch of the season. First pitch, recently retired from the Ankeny Activities Department. And you've seen Tom's face for many, many years. Throws a strike to start things off, and he throws the ball to the catcher, Brady Carter, who then throws it back to the starting pitcher for the Ankeny Hawks. That's Hunter Minner. Tom Day, thanks for all of your work over the years. Always helpful, always a friendly smile at whatever activity that you'd see him at. And so now he gets to just sit and watch. And what retired person doesn't say this? I'm more busy now that I've retired than when I've been working. As we get ready to go, the Hawks send their defense out on the field. In left field, it's Easton Lowe. Evan Erlmeyer is in center. Logan Wirtz in right. Will Davies at third. He'll pitch in game 2, but he'll play third in game 1. Kinnick Voss at short again this season, R.J. St. Romain, and at first, Ryan Buffington. The catcher is Brady Carter, and the pitcher is Hunter Minner. The sophomore indicates breaking ball. He throws his warm-up pitch there. And we are just seconds away from the first pitch of the 2025 season. And here's the lineup that Pleasant Valley will bring. Ben Burkle, Evan Barr, Milo Kelly, Lincoln Dalton, Gavin Barber, Finley Martinolich, Jackson O'Melia, Jack Ryder, and Dominic Kurtz. So it'll be Burkle, Barr, and Kelly. That's your center fielder, your second baseman, and your catcher to lead things off for Pleasant Valley as Hunter Minner goes through his final toss in this contest as a nice crowd has made their way. They're dressed more like they are for spring baseball than they are for late May. A week ago at this time, we were all sunburned from a couple of warm days, but it feels much more like an April or March day here at the ballpark, but it is miles ahead of what we had earlier this week. Heavy rains prompted this field to be unplayable Monday. Had to, but PV comes over, and they'll start the season.
The center fielder, a senior, number 13, Ben Burkle.
The senior Burkle will lead things off for Coach Steckline, who goes down to third base as he digs in from the right side. He'll face the first pitch here in the top of the first inning. First pitch comes as a swing and a miss at 5:04 on the 22nd day of May 2025. 61 degrees. Second pitch on the 0-1 is now a swing and a miss again. 0-2 as that one had some movement out of the zone. And Minner's ahead in the count, 0-2 to Burkle. The pitch on the way is outside, almost the same position as the last pitch, but this time Burkle's able to hold off. And some good Pleasant Valley faithful made their way over, made the just under 3-hour trip over on I-80. The pitch from Minner. Off speed, chopped her towards the right side. It's going to be foul, and we'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes. Early on in this part of the season, you've got some overlap from guys that are maybe injured from other sports or still playing other sports. Normally, you'd have Sam Sandvig in center, but he is recovering from an injury. Also, which started today, the pitch is up the middle, off of Minner's glove. It's fielded by Voss, throw over to first, not in time, as Voss cut off Romaine, but neither way, neither one was going to get it, and that's going to be a hit to start things off for the Spartans. Burkle will reach, and that'll bring in Evan Barr.
Second baseman, number 12, Evan Barr.
Barr, last year the catcher for the Spartans. This year scheduled to be a junior. Looks at his card, tucks it back into his right pocket. As Minner looks over to first and Buffington. Leaves the glove up, the pitch. To first and Buffington. Leaves the glove up, the pitch. Swung and fouled down the right side. It's the top of the yellow on the fence, about halfway down the line for a foul ball. Out to go get it is Nash. Barr again looks at the card in his back pocket, puts it back in. Digs into the back of the box. Down 0-1. No out here in the first. Infield hit. The pitch is low as Carter digs that out. It'll be a ball and a strike. Nobody out here in the first. They're going to have to get Barr a wristband or something, because if he's going to be digging into his pocket all season, it's going to be a worn-out pocket and a worn-out card. Minner checks the runner at first, which is Burkle. The off-speed pitch comes inside for a ball. 2-1. Davies just behind the bag. Voss did kind of sneak in a little bit. Now he goes back to the back of the grass and the dirt where it meets it short. St. Romain about the same position on the second base side. Buffington holds Burkle. The pitch coming to Barr. Outside, and They've got a rundown. I think Burkle missed the count. They throw him back to second, back to first. The tag gets away from Buffington. It's going to go all the way. We've got a collision at first base. And what could have been a very bad situation for Pleasant Valley ends up about the best way possible. They get Burkle down to second on the throw behind. Burkle thought it was ball 4, so he started walking to third. Carter threw it to St. Romain, but the throw, a little low from Buffington, goes all the way to the PV dugout. Second with nobody out, and a 3-1 pitch coming to Barr. Minner fires. That's off the plate, and now the Spartans have runners at first. That's off the plate, and now the Spartans have runners at first and second on a free pass to Barr. And on a free pass to Barr.
Now batting, the catcher. Now batting, the catcher. Number Milo Kelly.
Kelly, a senior. In this game. He comes up with runners at first and second and nobody out. Falls behind to Milo Kelly. Spartans making some noise here in the first inning. 2 on, nobody out. Minner checks the runner. Before anything can happen, Kelly calls timeout, and everybody steps off, and we'll reset. Light breeze left to right, but the sun is out, and the smiles are too. The 1-0 coming from Minner. That misses again. Carter thinks about throwing in behind, gets Burkle to get his uniform dirty, and that's about it. 2-0. Minner in danger here, falling pretty far behind to start things off. Minner's pitch. Swung on and fouled out of play towards the parking lot behind our right, just like I told the PV fans. Not a good idea to park directly behind the stadium. But Minner gets a strike out of the deal, makes it 2 balls and a strike. Burkle at second, Barr at first. The pitch. Swung on, fouled, this time pulled to the left side. Down in front of the bullpen. And now Minner is a pitch away from getting out of this jam, at least to get that first out of the season. Kelly, the senior, looks down, takes the breath, drops the shoulders, digs that right foot in. Is full count for Milo Kelly, the third place hitter for the Spartans. 2 on, nobody out here in the first. The pitch. All 4 of Spartans. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Joe Ballvance. Slow walk out to the mound, and just one thing that the coaches need is, What do they say? Throw strikes? Got to have strikes. Kind of a goofy ball hit up the middle to start the game for Burkle. Sometimes you don't have the pitcher field that, but Minner gets it that moment. Coach gets his words in, walks back towards the dugout. Here's the situation, though. Base is full of Spartans. Burkle at third, Barr at second, Kelly at first. Lincoln Dalton, the designated hitter, comes in from the left side of the plate.
Now batting the pitcher, Lincoln Dalton.
Pitcher looks to help himself on this situation. Minner now goes from the windup. That pitch catches the corner, and Minner gets ahead of the batter with a strike. Corner infielders in on the grass. Their first action would likely be to come home if they can. The pitch hit in the air towards left. There is Lowe. Is it deep enough? Lowe makes the grab. They fake the run and no throw to home. They throw to the catcher. No in behind. Barr is there. The out is recorded. The run does not score. So for the Hawks, they'll take that as a victory. Runners stay put.
The third baseman, number 7, Gavin Barber, now batting.
The junior Gavin Barber will dig in now. He has a chance. Base hit could score a couple of runs. Minner again from the windup. That one is just like it was the first pitch to Dalton off the outside corner from the righty. The 0-1. Off speed, swing and a miss. And now Minner looks like he did in that first pitching to Burkle, who is at third. Barr at second, Kelly at first. Barber with one out. The pitch. Pa hit towards the right side late and foul down the right field line. Minner stays ahead, 0-2. Minner gets the baseball. Kicks and fires. Off speed, punch to right. That's going to be right at the right fielder. Wirtz is going to get it. He throws to the cutoff man. And that is not deep enough to get a run. And now Minner is an out away from getting out of the jam. Barber flies out to right for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 1, the right fielder, Finley Martinolich.
It's up to Martinolich now. The junior. He bats with the bases loaded here in the top of the first. The pitch. Swung on, fouled back into the screen. Actually, the protective padding, so it made more of a thud. And Minner ahead again on the batter. Minner looks to Carter. Here's the pitch. The throw home. He's stealing. The tag is not in time. And the Spartans steal a run. Ben Burkle comes home on the windup. Time is called, and the Spartans are on the board, 1-0. It was a swing and a miss, so it is now 0-2. Minner can get out of the inning on a strikeout here. The pitch is high. 1-2. 2-0? Can't be 2-0. Is it 2-1? Was the ball before a pitch? The pitch before a ball? Foul. And I thought he swung at the bat, the pitch where he stole home. What do we got here? Is he going to give us a count? 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. I had it backwards. I really thought the Martinovich swung at that pitch, but you can go watch me on the internet. Minner's 2-1. Misses. 2-2. 3-1. I'll get the count right. Get me all off here. My goodness. Three balls, one strike. Fouled back into the net. And that'll push the count full. Barr stands on the bag at third. He'll take a lead. Kelly at second. Martinovich bats with a 3-2 pitch from Minner. High, ball 4. Walk of the inning for Minner.
Now batting the left fielder, number 5, Jackson O'Melia.
Seventh Spartan to bat this inning. Another junior. Minner battling. That pitch is fouled out of play to the right side. And Minner does what he's done more times than not and get ahead in the at-bat. 0-1. That one's off the plate. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Infield straight, back at 2-out depth. That pitch, nice movement on that one for Minner. And he's back ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. That pitch is swung on and missed. Strikeout number 1 of the inning, out number 3. The Spartans do get a run. They leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the first. On Ankeny nothing. You're watching the Ankeny Activities Network, built by the Daniel Seifert Real Estate Team.
No matter how hard I try, I cannot come up with any place I'd rather call home than Ankeny. We raised our family here, so when it came time to downsize, I knew there was no place for me but Ankeny. From unique shops to incredible restaurants, there's always something new to explore, and it's all just a few minutes away. Building my home here with Caliber was one of the best decisions I've ever made. If you're thinking about making a move, let me help you find your perfect home. You'll fall in love with Ankeny just like I have. Let's talk soon.
Dear cable internet, I've met someone I can rely on, who moves my speed and is okay with how much I work. I'm sorry, but US Cellular Home Internet and I just have a stronger connection.
Get connected with US Cellular's home internet for just $39.99 when bundled with a wireless plan, plus a 3-year price lock guarantee. US Cellular, built for us.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats. Steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts. All raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them. It's like we got our own special club. Should we show them?
Get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. Us days at US Cellular.
Spartans load the bases. They push one across on a
The second baseman.
RJ St. Romain will lead things off for the Hawks. It'll be St. Romain, Erlmeyer, Voss, Davies, Carter, Lowe, Buffington, Parton, and Logan Wirtz. That's the lineup. And a good fastball in there for Lincoln Dalton. Dalton's been the big ace for the Spartans. control from him as he's throws a nice cow. St. Romain struggled on that one, and he's now down 0-2. Dalton holds the glove high from the windup. Good off speed, or good speed pitch right there. Strikeout number 1 is out number 1.
The center fielder, a senior, number 2, Evan Erlmeyer.
All right, the senior, Evan Erlmeyer, to bat. Comes in from the left-hand side. The pitch is off the plate and high to Erlmeyer. Voss waits on deck. Nice breaking ball. Falls into the zone for Erlmeyer, and Dalton not messing around. He's working quickly and he's throwing strikes. A ball and a strike to Erlmeyer. That one is off the hands. Barr fields it, throws across the diamond to Kurtz for out number 2.
Next up, the shortstop, number 20, Kenny Voss.
The senior Voss will make his way into the right side as we have seemed to have lost our sunshine. I ordered sun for the whole game. Not really sure where it went. I ordered sun for the whole game. Not really sure where it went. Pitch to Voss. They're going to say he offered, and that is a strike. Voss trying to extend the inning here for the Hawks. That one's off the hands, fouled back softly into the screen as Davies chases down the foul ball. Dalton's ahead 0-2. The pitch to Voss. Nice breaking, and Voss fights it off and foul and nearly out of the stadium. Short hops the fence on the outside to the right side, south side of the diamond. Hawks had their game rained out against North Polk earlier this week, so this is their first action. The pitch to Voss. Another breaking pitch misses. That one had some good movement as well, so Dalton didn't miss by much. That one is hit in the air, playable for right fielder Finley Martinolovich. He makes the grab. The Hawks go 1, 2, 3. Spartans, they'll come to bat here in the second, where they will send Ryder, Kurtz, and the top of the order. You're watching the Ankeny Activities Network, built by the Daniel Seifert Real Estate Team.
My real estate team knows that sports and extracurricular activities contribute to a well-rounded education. As an Ankeny mom, I have seen how important they are for success in school and beyond. I've been helping families here for over 20 years as a realtor, and I know that our schools and community activities are second to none. That's why people love to call Ankeny home, and that's why I am a supporter. If I can help you or anyone you know find the perfect home in Ankeny or the Metro, let's talk.
Our phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think?
Ugh, I love this song so much. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Jack Ryder, Dominic Kurtz, and Ben Burkle do up for the Spartans. That's 8, 9, and 1, who've already pushed across 1. They've left the bases loaded, so they left 3 runners on base. The Hawks not able to get anybody on base against Dalton in that first inning. And Hunter Minner goes back to work as he's trying to put that first inning behind him. Spartans were threatening. 3 walks. 1 came around on a stolen base at home. Stole home, did Burkle. And we also have a few college coaches here checking things out, so a lot of interest in
the shortstop, number 4, Jack Ryder.
a lot of these players from both of these squads. You know, Ankeny has some guys that can throw in the 90s, and PV made state last year, lost in the quarterfinals to Cedar Rapids Kennedy, won the state championship. First pitch is swung on and fouled back into the screen by Jack Ryder. Ryder, a senior. Minner ahead in the count. 0-1. Waits for a moment, gets the sign from Carter, and delivers. That one hops the plate short. In for a ball. Yet to see a massive fly ball yet get carried away in this win. Everything's been pretty short as that one sails out of the zone. Minner. Good to see baseball back. Feels like spring ball here from Minner. The 2-1. Off speed, hit foul, and out of play again down the right side. As the combination of Wirtz and St. That one is near where the batting cages, or the temporary batting cages are that you move behind home. And now it'll be up to one of the Ankeny bench players. The 2-2. Off speed again, punched right side, and that one's going to get out of the park. And I think Austin Hans is going to have two to chase now on that right side, as he's the one who left the dugout. Min looks in, takes a breath, drops the left foot, kicks it in the air, and throws. And that one bounces till it make the count full. Minner showed a little bit of wildness in the in-between innings here before we came back, and that has kind of carried over now as a couple of these pitches have been off the mark. Maybe that's all part of the strategy. The 3-2 pitch. Good pitch spoiled because that was a tough one to hit. Ryder fouls it off into the Pleasant Valley dugout. Minner's pitch. That one just misses. And Ryder is on to lead things off with a walk.
Now batting the first baseman, number 2, Dominic Kurtz.
Fourth walk of the game issued to Jack Ryder, and so Kurtz, the senior, will come in. He's playing first base. He'll bat from the left side. He'll look down at his signs. Digs in. Batting gloves are white. The bat is black with a red trim. The pitch from Minner from the stretch is bounced again. Good stop by Brady Carter. Minner checks the runner at first, which is Ryder. The pitch to Kurtz coming. Swung on, fouled, out of play behind us, back towards the high school. And that sounded like it hit something. Logan, hope that wasn't your car. As softball is out on the diamond to our left. Fans under blankets. A couple of stocking caps. That pitch gets away from Carter, but Ryder is going to stay at first, and now Minner is behind on this batter. Minner again checks the runner, Ryder at first. The pitch is high, and it makes it 3-1. Minner's already walked 4. Walked the leadoff runner or the leadoff batter in this inning, trying to keep another one off base as the top of the lineup lurks in the distance for the Spartans. Minner's pitch. Swung on, hit towards left, and there coming in 3 steps to make the catch is Easton Lowe. That one I think he thought was going to hang up just a little bit more than it did. Had to kind of make a little dive there towards the end, stayed on his feet, made the out.
Top of the lineup, the center fielder, number 13, Ben Burkle.
Burkle comes around with 1 out and a runner on. Burkle walked or made it kind of a fluky hit up the middle to start the game. Went under Minner's legs, and Voss cut it off, but not in time to get him at first, and that kind of for the Spartans. That pitch hits him. For the Spartans. That pitch hits him. They're going to say he never moved. Actually, they're going to say he went into the pitch. Moved. Actually, they're going to say he went into the pitch. Burkle makes his case. Burkle makes his case. That was a clear call right away. That was a clear call right away from the home plate umpire. So then they're gonna say that's a ball. So 1 ball, 0 strikes to Burkle. That's a ball. So 1 ball, 0 strikes to Burkle. The pitch. Good stop by. Good backhand there by Carter. The pitch. Good stop by. Good backhand there by Carter. And it's 2-0. And it's 2-0. Yeah, we have seen increasing cloud cover here. That great blue sky we had as we walked up to the park today has given way to some gray and dark gray clouds. The pitch to Minner is up and in, 3-0. So Burkle might make his way on to first after all. He tried to sell it on a hit pitch to start this at-bat. The 3-0 from Minner is in there, called strike right down the middle. Minner, who we saw get some playing time as a freshman in football last year in football. See a couple of his coaches standing here watching this game, hoping he can turn this baseball game around. The 3-1 is low, and that'll put another runner on the bases, and that's the 5th walk, and another one issued, this time to Burkle.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 12, Evan Barr.
Barr received the first walk of the game as he digs in now. Ryder goes to second, 1 away here, top of the 2nd. Barr in the starting lineup again, one of those returning starters for the Spartans. He shows bunt, pulls it back, hits Carter's chest protector, stays in front of him, and the runners stay put. But Minner then do battle here, trying to keep the Spartans at bay. Comes set at the belt. The pitch. Hit up the middle, off the diamond, into center field, and that's going to score a run. Coming around is going to be Ryder. The throw not in time, gets away from Carter. Burkle's going to go to third, and Barr is down at second with an RBI single to make it 2-0 Pleasant Valley.
Now batting, the catcher, number 8, Milo Kelly.
Burkle at third, Barr at second. That makes it Milo Kelly's turn. He reached on a walk to start the game. He transferred. Went east to Pleasant Valley and north a little bit. One out here for Minner. The pitch inside, ball one. So the hit off the mound makes it 2-0. The pitch from Minner. Swung on and missed. Just getting a piece of it was Kelly, but now coming as they flip the lights on here. Just after 5:30 on Thursday afternoon, Minner's pitch. Outside, and again a good backhand by Carter. Brady's been great there tonight behind the plate. Last year that was Henry Haas' spot. This year it's Carter's. Carter did get a little bit of time, but now the full-time man behind the plate. 2-1 coming from Hunter Minner. Low again. Carter keeps it in front of him. It'll be 3-1. A little bit of action starts now in the Ankeny Hawk bullpen down the left field line. The pitch. Hit well in the air toward center. Erlmeyer drifts back, playable for him. He'll take 2 steps back. They'll throw home, or they'll throw in, but not in time. The throw to third, not in time. As scoring on the sacrifice fly is Burkle. Barr tags up to third. 3-0 Pleasant Valley. Two away now. Are they going to appeal it? They appeal it to third and saying that Burkle did not leave early. Just good speed. That'll bring in
the pitcher, number 11, Lincoln Dalton.
Dalton now with 3 runs behind him. Dalton now batting with 1 on and 2 out. The pitch is a strike. Minner gets ahead. 2 outs here in the top of the second. First out was a fly ball by Kurtz. Second one, a fly ball by Kelly. Dalton looks to extend the inning. The 0-1 inside and low. 1-1. Dalton bats left but throws right. The pitch. Swung on, fouled, out of play towards softball. It'll bounce and hit the underside of the softball stands. In the bullpen for Ankeny Wright, senior warming up. But Minner is a strike from getting out of this inning. The 1-2 is fouled off and back to the screen. In on the hands. Good pitch by Hunter Minner. Dalton, the 6th Spartan to bat this inning. Off-speed hit towards left, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. It's going to be down for at least a double by Dalton. Throw in by Erlmeyer. It's a stand-up double for Lincoln Dalton, another RBI, and it's 4-0 Pleasant Valley. Hit that one well, went the opposite field.
Now batting third baseman, number 7, Gavin Barber.
Barr scored easy for the game's 4th run. And we'll have a... Dalton's going to stay and run. He just got rid of his protective hitting gear, so the pitcher will run for himself. I don't need no courtesy runner. Carter calls time. He goes out to talk to Minner there on the mound. Gavin Barber flew out to right in his first at-bat back in the first. He bats here in the second, 4-0. Dalton at second on an RBI double that scored Barr. Ryder scored, Burkle scored, Barr has scored. Everybody with, except for one of the batters here, has scored for the Spartans. Actually, two of the batters haven't scored. Minner's first pitch is up and in to Barber, the junior. The pitch swung on and fouled out of play to the right side and out of the park. So Minner gets a strike on the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Spartans already have put 3 across in this second inning. Looking to get another with a base hit from Barber. The pitch. Minner misses outside. 2-1. Minner checks the runner, Dalton at second, looks home, and delivers. Swung on, foul down the left side, past coaches. And if anything happens here, Halverson appears to be ready down the left field line. Let's see what Minner can do here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the second. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did. They tag him out, and Minner gets out of it. Second strikeout of the game for Minner. The Spartans, though, push 3 across. They lead 4-1. You're watching the Ankeny Activities Network, built by the Daniel Seifert Real Estate Team here on CISN.
Our phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think? Oh, I love this song so much.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Let's see if I can get the state track results so far. Landon Pote set a personal record today. Placed second, clearing 6.5 in the high jump. The shuttle hurdle qualified for finals for boys. Ethan Zuber, 5th place for the boys in the 2-mile. 4x8 is getting close to running. The girls' 4x8 is on the track right now. Drew Beeson ran the 3,000, and now I'm forgetting what Mike Baker told me was her place. And we'll get back to baseball. Will Davies, Brady Carter, Easton Lowe due up for the Ankeny Hawks. In their second, they go back to work against Lincoln Dalton, who made 1-2-3 work in the top part of his pitching duty, and he throws a beauty right here for strike 2. The pitch coming from Dalton to Will Davies. Before the pitch, we have time called. The pitch from Dalton is swung on and missed. Strike 2. Getting ahead of myself, Logan. I called it already. Got to pay attention. I should look at your scoreboard, shouldn't I? The 0-2 from Dalton to Will Davies. Swing and a miss, up and in. He climbs the ladder on him and gets out for his second strikeout of the game. First out here of the second inning for the Hawks.
The catcher, number 17, Brady Carter.
Carter's been busy behind the plate, the senior. See what he can do with the bat now. Try to get something going for the Hawks here as they trail 4-0 in the second. 1 in the first for the Spartans, 3 in the second. Carter bats now, Easton Lowe on deck, and if either of them get aboard, Ryan Buffington will bat. The pitch is misses. And now Carter ahead in the count. Dalton holds that glove up high, kicks the leg and fires. Good pitch. The pitch on the way. Hit towards the right side. Sitting on it is Kurtz. Takes the 3 steps to the bag, tags it himself. It's a 3-U, and it's the second out of the inning.
Left fielder, number 10, Easton Lowe.
The junior Lowe bats here. O'Melia in left, Burkle in center. Martinovic is in right. Barber at third, Ryder at short, Barr at second, Kurtz at first for the Spartans. Milo Kelly behind the dish. And Lincoln Dalton. It's been a lot of Lincoln Dalton this game. The pitch. Misses just above the zone for Easton Lowe, the junior. Dalton's pitch with 2 outs. It lifted in the air, the right side, and out of play. Lowe grips the bat, looks at the pitch. Nice one, but misses. Kelly chases it down. Three balls, 1 strike. And that one is swung on and fouled out of play again, almost the same spot. As the after-work crowd makes their way home and around town. Dalton, the 3-2. Comes back on the plate, and the Hawks have their first runner aboard this game, and it comes on a 2-out walk to Easton Lowe.
Now batting, your first baseman, number 6, Ryan Buffington.
The junior Buffington comes in, and he'll go to the left side of the plate. Lowe is going to look across at Coach Ballvance for the sign, look down at his wrist and take his lead. He's got his sliding mitt on his left hand in the color black. Batting glove in white, takes another step off Dalton. First pitch he's made that wasn't from the windup. Dalton's pitch is high. And now the Hawks looking to make some noise here with 2 outs. They get ahead 1-0 with Buffington. Ace Parton on deck for Ankeny. The throw over to first. Lowe in easily. Lowe's had a couple of plays in left field. He had to run and chase the double down from Dalton back in the top of the second. The pitch up the middle, but gets towards second. Barr gloves it, throws across to Kurtz, makes it look easy. 4-3, third out of the inning. Hawks strand 1. We've played 2 full innings. PV 4, Ankeny nothing. This is the Ankeny Activities Network, built by the Daniel Seifert Real Estate Team.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic.
But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
We move to the third, Pleasant Valley 4, Ankeny 0. He's looking hard at that scorecard down there in the third base dugout. Minner's first 1-0 pitch is low, and it's going to get away from Carter, and getting down to third base is Martin Olich. And he has been moved on a couple of miscues. And the leadoff runner is now at third with nobody out. The pitch from Minner is swung on and fouled out of play back to the right. Three and one goes Minner on O'Melia. And that one misses as well, and it's a walk. The sixth issued by Minner in this contest. Game one of a doubleheader. We'll have the first one here on Ankeny Activities Network. Also have, I believe, baseball from the north side tonight. Runners at the corners for the Spartans. O'Melia is at third. Martinolich is at third. Ryder comes to the bat. He scored the game's second run last inning. First pitch swinging to the right side, but out of play. Ankeny with a doubleheader tonight against Pleasant Valley, then Saturday, the Herkelman Invitational. They'll face City High and Kennedy. The 0-1. Bunt shown, punch to the right side, but foul. Hits the hawk that's in that area that surrounds the apron. Rolls foul. It'll be 0-2. Ryder looking to advance the runners. Let's see how aggressive he gets on 0-2. The pitch from Minner coming. Time is called. Neither team showing their hand in that exchange. The 0-2 is misses. The throw to second cut off by Voss. But the problem is he was 4 feet in front of the bag, so O'Melia goes to second on a stolen base. Martinolich stays at third, so now it's runners at second and third with the ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the third. Jack Ryder, the senior, base hit, could plate 2 more. Minner sets, delivers, misses. Close, 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 but no cigar. Overcast sky here on this Thursday afternoon. Winds dropped a little bit since first pitch, not much. Flag still kind of erect there in left field. The pitch from Minner. Swung on, fouled again. towards right and out of play. That has been a hot spot. Should put a target over there. Anybody who hits the target gets a free t-shirt. Even Davies is a step in. That pitch is up and in, 2-0. Halverson's now behind to the first batter he's facing here in the third. The pitch, and misses again. 3-0 in the top of the lineup. Lurks to the side with Ben Burkle, who's already scored 2 runs this game. Wants to have a chance. The 3-0. Inside, ball 4. So Kurtz aboard with a walk.
Top of the lineup, the center fielder, number 13, Ben Burkle.
Burkle bats with runners at the corners. That's Amelia at third, Kurtz at first. Burkle had a single in the first, walked in the second, bats here in the third. And we're only in the third, so he's batted every inning. The first pitch from Halverson to him is bunted foul, and that was more of a protection swing. But it works for Halverson. He gets his first strike of the game. Carter makes the call, tapping various parts of his body to indicate to his team what is about to happen. Halverson hangs the ball in his right hand loosely, pulls it into his glove, comes set. The pitch. Runner is going on the pitch. The throw down to third, or to second is skied, and going high to get it is Kinnick Voss, and that saves a run, but it is a stolen base for Kurtz. So Amelia stays at third, so it's second and third with 1 out, and a 1-1 count. Burkle now with a single, might be able to score 2. Infield in at the corners, everybody but Voss and Davies as they charge at the plate, and that one goes high and inside on Burkle. Two balls and a strike. Halverson agrees with the call from Carter. Sets and delivers. That one's low. Halverson looks off to the left. Now comes back in. He'll come from the stretch again. 3 balls and a strike. Chopped foul and off of Burkle. And that'll sting a little bit as he'll take the helmet off, wave the coach off. And when you get a ding like that early in the season, that can linger. Home plate umpire takes some time, clears the dirt, checks on Burkle, says, "You all right?" "Yep." It's a strike for Halverson, so it's a 3-2 pitch coming to Ben Burkle. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and it's out number 2.
Now batting the second baseman, number 12, Evan Barr.
Barr bats for his 3rd time. He's 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. Scored a run. Back in the second. The Pitch from Halverson is up and in, ball one. Spartans have pushed one across. A single and a couple of wild pitches. Allowed for the ground out RBI by Ryder. Barr swings and fouls it out of play to the right side. Halverson gets a new baseball. Comes set. The 1-1. Outside, Carter is going to have that one get away, and that's going to score another run. Just kind of moved ever so slowly, just out of his reach. And Amelia scores the 6th run of the game. Kurtz will move to third. Catches the corner. Malloy and Zimmerman warming up in the bullpen. For the Hawks, Halverson's 2-2 pitch to Barr is fouled into the netting, screen, fencing. Lives to play another day. Barr, the pitch, misses. Halverson's 3-2. The pitch